Savita had just come out of the bathroom, feeling fresh, when she said to her husband, "It would have been better if the kids and aunties weren't around while cutting the cake." It was her birthday today. The evening was approaching, and her husband had made the entire day special for her. After many days, she felt truly happy in his company, and she hadn't thought about anyone else. Now that it was time to cut the cake, it was natural for her to remember her children, but surprisingly, even they didn't cross her mind. Her husband had planned everything to celebrate her birthday, ensuring that his mother and kids were sent out without them even realizing it. He had cleverly arranged for some private time for the two of them. "Who said it's time to cut the cake now?" he asked, moving closer to her. She had a hint of what he was about to do. Her heart started beating a little faster. "First, I'm going to eat you up, and then we'll think about cutting the cake," he said, moving even closer. The entire day had been filled with joy for her, right from the moment it started. Early in the morning, she was woken up by her husband's off-tune singing. "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, dear Savi." He clapped loudly as he sang, his face beaming with happiness. His innocent joy and the sight of his bright white teeth as he smiled made her feel special. He always remembered her birthday, but he usually didn't celebrate it with much enthusiasm. This time, however, his excitement made her incredibly happy. He brought a tray with steaming hot tea and biscuits. Handing her a cup of tea, he held out the plate of biscuits. She took the cup with a smile and started dipping the biscuits into the tea while still in bed. "Today's going to be a day you'll always remember," he said with a mischievous grin. "How so?" she asked, dipping another biscuit into the tea. "Because I'm going to make it unforgettable," he replied. And that's exactly what he did. She never had big expectations. Simple things made her happy, especially when they were done with enthusiasm and an understanding of what she wanted. After finishing their tea in bed, he asked her to get ready. By 8 o'clock, both of them were dressed and ready to step out. They first went to a temple outside the city, which she loved visiting. The temple was surrounded by a pond and a beautiful garden in full bloom. After offering their prayers, they spent a couple of hours reminiscing about the early days of their marriage when they used to visit this place often. They chatted about all sorts of things, enjoying each other's company. When they started feeling hungry, he took her to her favorite restaurant for breakfast. After that, he had another surprise planned: movie tickets at a multiplex. He had chosen a comedy film, and the seats were in a cozy corner at the back. Since the movie wasn't very popular, the theater was nearly empty, allowing them to enjoy some romantic moments together. After the movie, she thought they would head home, but he had other plans. For months, she had been eyeing a beautiful but expensive dress material, hesitating to buy it. She had mentioned it to him a couple of times, but he hadn't shown much interest. Now, he took her straight to that same shop, and she was overjoyed when he bought it for her. They also picked out a few saris together. Even then, he wasn't done. Instead of going home, he took her to a newly opened photo studio. The studio was huge, with multiple themed setups. He had already booked an appointment for a special photo shoot to capture their beautiful day together. They spent a while getting their pictures taken, creating memories that would last a lifetime. By then, they were both starving. He took her to her favorite restaurant again, where they enjoyed a delicious meal. Finally, they returned home. She had spent an entire day in his company, something that had become rare lately. "You're pampering me a lot today," she teased, slipping out of his embrace. "Well, if not my wife, then who else should I pamper?" "It's your birthday, I have to make you happy," he said, gazing into her eyes. "Really?" she asked, moving back onto the bed. "Yes, really. Today, I'm going to make you the happiest woman ever," he said, sitting beside her. Both of them felt the anticipation of what was coming next. "For real? What are you going to do that will make me so happy?" she asked. making space for him beside her. He sat down next to her, and they both felt a growing excitement. "Today, I'm going to do something I've never done before," he said, his heartbeat quickening. She, too, felt something different. This togetherness was special. It was a different kind of intimacy, a connection deeper than just physical closeness. Their hearts raced in sync. Before anything else, they started talking. They listened to each other, understood each other's feelings, and shared their thoughts. He asked her about her likes and dislikes, something he hadn't done in a long time. Slowly, they deepened their understanding of each other, showing mutual respect and care. Her eyes sparkled with happiness. She was now completely lost in the moment. Their emotions surged, overwhelming them both. "I love you deeply, and I always will," he said, holding her close. From that day on, they made sure to always find time for each other and respect each other's feelings. Then, finally, they cut the cake together. She secretly wished every day could be as beautiful as this one. If you want to hear more such romantic love stories, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.